Yo, what's up guys? AFC Video here and welcome to a new video. Today we are going to do highlighter spectates. So in this series I am basically every round we're gonna spectate the highest rated battle in that round for OU, and yeah, just commentate over them. Maybe we'll figure out something interesting, and always good to see how other players are tackling certain situations. But yeah, I'm gonna go right into it, guys. Next round is about to start. So let's see, Spectate 650 Fred FHK, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel as well and like this video. And we're about to look for this battle, Fred FHK into Xin Yu Z. Yeah, guys. So we see most likely hyper offense on the left side. And hyper offense could be on the right side, but there's a random wash. Maybe it is Choice Scarf trick. Maybe it's an offensive Zapdos, but it can also be a defensive Zapdos, we just have to see. Metagross on both sides, which could be the rockers for both teams. Let's see. I believe that Hydreigon was a Bomberry, because I think we already spectate Xin Yu Z as well. But I'm curious to see how Fred HK is going to tackle this team, because he seems pretty weak to Zapdos, I gotta say. The Hydreigon lead there. Into a Metagross lead, perhaps? No, into a Scizor lead. That's not what you want, because now you have to switch into Hydreigon. Hydreigon can do all sorts of things. So we just have to see, man. Because he should have Flamethrower on this. Because there's no real good switch. I think leading with Scizor is already really bad in this game, because oh, he's scarfed, bro. Scizor is scarfed. Oh shit. Okay, then it makes sense leading off with this, because the reason why it would be bad is there's a Garchomp, there's a Metagross, there's a Zapdos, there's a Rotom. Unless you're afraid of him leading with Mamoswine, but Scarf Scizor. Okay, we see actually Garchomp using a rock, so Garchomp was actually the rocker. Makes sense, because I never saw him using Stealth Rock with Metagross. But yeah, Hydreigon into a Garchomp. We see Metagross coming in now. Are we seeing a Draco dropped? 24.1. Not a lot of damage. I don't know if this is Scarf Hydreigon. We didn't see a Dragon Jam, we didn't see Life Orb. Can be leftovers too, of course. But he goes back into his own Metagross, and he doubles out into the Mamoswine. Metagross could probably live this, but we know that's a banded Memo. So I'm not sure if Metagross is gonna stay in here to soak the hit. So it actually goes into the Hydreigon. Okay. Obviously you don't have any pre-knowledge of this, but right now, obviously if you know he's banded, then you can go for something like a Dark Pulse if you have it here, which is pretty neutral into his team. But if you don't know he's scarfed, then dropping a Draco is fair, because Metagross is going to be at 50 if he comes in. And the others don't like switching into Draco either. We don't see leftover, so I guess this is a Scarf Hydreigon. But he can be a Bomberry or something like the Xin Yu one. Yeah, knocking out that Hydreigon is really good for Fred, because obviously doesn't really have a good switch into Hydreigon. Like the way he has to outplay Hydreigon or win a coin flip basically on what you switch in. But we see Hydreigon switching out here into the Metagross, anticipating the other Metagross perhaps. So Fred playing pretty well into this. But yeah, Zapdos is in there. But he might still want to Rocks here. As we see Heat Wave coming off Zapdos. Pretty decent for Metagross, I gotta say. But does go for the Rocks here. And I don't know if he wants to go into his Chomp here. Zapdos can run so much coverage. Hidden Power Ice, Heat Wave, Hurricane, Electric. You cover a lot of Pokemon with those kind of moves. Now obviously access to Roost for longevity as well. But yeah, let's see how Fred is going to play this game, because his Zapdos matchup is pretty bad, I gotta say. But perhaps that's a Scarf Jellicent, and he's gonna Water Spout win this game. It's definitely a possibility. Obviously, Starmie gets the Rapid Spin as well. But I'm not sure how he's going to force out this Zapdos. Probably has to do something with Garchomp and using Stone Edge, perhaps. We do see Garchomp coming in here. On the Hurricane. Hits the Hurricane. So, 47, no confusion. And he just needs to force out the Zapdos so that Zapdos comes back in on rocks. You want to get Zapdos as low as possible. Rock Slide, that's not a 2-hit KO, but maybe you can get a flinch. 46. So Starmie Ice Beam. I can definitely see that as a player, but you might have to be an offensive Zapdos, because I think it is, right? I'm not sure. Hurricane should have done more if that's actually an offensive one. Perhaps Draco kills from Hydreigon. Because at this point you definitely, if you have something that can kill Zapdos, you gotta bring it now. Because you want to force him out there. Because Zapdos is gonna be at about 37 when he comes in. So it goes into the Hard Ring and probably to drop the Draco there. So this is most likely Scarf then. 58. That's not a kill, so he's roosting on it. That's a Vilky Zapdos then, yeah. That made sense. Yeah, that's the thing about Fred's team, and a lot of these Hyper Offense teams, they're gonna be weak to Zapdos. So we know his Hurricane, we know his Heat Wave, Roost, so his last move is probably Volt Switch, which he might use. Well, he could actually spam Hurricane at this point, since Hydreigon is now a neutral, so it's not Scarf Hydreigon. Maybe he's gonna Nasty Plot again, and then Flamethrower the Metagross. Yeah. But there's no leftovers on this, so must be something like a Bomb Berry on this as well. We see Garchomp coming in. You might want to... Well, if this is a Bomb Berry, he might stay in, but I see Hydreigon as the only one that can actually muscle through Zapdos now. You set all the way up to +2. By the way, if Garchomp was Stone Edge, then Draco would have killed. just saying, guys, just saying. I'm not really a fan of Rock Slide on Garchomp. For PvE or doubles, okay, but I'm relying on a flinch chance from Rock Slide. I'm not sure. I know you want, maybe you want it to hit Volcarona. I guess for Volcarona it makes sense. But now with Zapdos in the game, Zapdos can eat up those attacks, and this is indeed a Bomb Berry, so we're gonna see Draco Meteor dropped on the Hydreigon, and then yeah, Bullet Punch. He might be in range of Bullet Punch. Obviously, Mamoswine can Ice Shard, but I'm not sure if he even wants to lock Mamoswine into Ice Shard here. So yeah, he does go into Metagross. But I just feel like Zapdos kind of wins here. Starmie's not gonna kill. Fred's win condition is definitely gonna be the Starmie, but he needs to get damage on Rotom and on Zapdos. Like the Stealth Rock damage is not gonna be enough to beat the Zapdos. So yeah, we just have to see. If he brings in Metagross like this, he most likely does have the Bullet Punch. So Fred might swap out here to keep it to Draco once more later. Against the Rotom, for example, just to get chipped for Starmie. There's a few things he can do. He can go into his own meta. He can obviously go for the Jellicent here. We haven't seen Jellicent do anything yet, so maybe it is Scarf Water Spout on this one. If it's defensive, you might go into it. It actually goes into Starmie. That's your win condition though, bro. Because I don't think you kill the the Metagross, and Metagross might be carrying Thunder Punch. Like, I think it would have made much more sense going into Scissor there, chip this down for Starmie. Or going into your Metagross. Because if your Metagross is Rocky Helmet, you get some chip on that way. But he decides to spin, so I'm not sure if he understands what his win condition is here. Pursuit Metagross, that's a crit. Yeah, I don't know, because I think Starmie, he did what does he need the rapid spin for? Hydreigon was still gonna live. Hydreigon is in Ice Shard range anyway. Now he goes Metagross on the bullet. Starmie is likely still alive for him, but always in bullet punch range. But yeah, we might see rocks coming off here. Is that a Salt Fest Metagross, by the way, guys? Is he's running Pursuit, right? Okay, we do see Rotom coming in. Most likely on... Oh, rocks were already up. We don't see leftovers, knowing that he is scarfed on this. But then Scarf Rotom kind of wins, right? The only way I see Fred winning now is if he's able to remove Zapdos. Goes into Metagross. So if you're Scarf, Jellicent, you might bring it in now. But I feel like the HP on Starmie was way more valuable. Because from full, you might still live a Volt Switch from a Scarf Rotom. Hydreigon comes in, but I'm pretty sure Hydreigon also dies to Bullet Punch. So he cheesed his way through his first kill, but he wasn't able to snowball off that. Now Scizor coming in, goes for the Bug Bite. Doesn't kill. We see his Psycho Cut, and yeah, he could have brought in Scizor way sooner, and he didn't. And then he wouldn't have to take the damage on Starmie. Hydreigon wouldn't have to die. Crits there. But yeah, Rotom should already win. Jellicent is full HP down. Yeah, I think Zapdos is always going to roost in his face. Making sure Zapdos stays at full HP. Why would you Volt that though? Like putting it in range of Rotom, I guess. Here as well, like maybe Ice Shard is a kill, but you have two water types on that team. Like, you know, the Scissor is choice, right? If your Zapdos is full HP, Starmie is not gonna touch it. Jellicent's never gonna kill either. But now we're gonna see Jellicent coming in. Is he gonna go for the Water Spout? We'll see a swap out here into the... I don't think that's your play, bro. Because Water Spout might have been able to 2-hit kill that. But I guess he doesn't want to be locked into Water Spout. And he doesn't have Surf on this. Shadow Balls again. Knocks out the Rotom. Yeah, because Zapdos... Why would you bring in that? I'm surprised. So that might be a defensive Scarf Rotom then. But Shadow Ball might kill this because this is Stab. And obviously max special attack. The Fred might actually be able to pull this off. Like that Rotom Psych is really interesting. Why does he go into this first? Because you know that Jealous and the Scarf, man. You know, they just have gone Mamoswine instead. That way you keep Zapdos as a sec and you can Ice Shard the Starmie. Like, I think Xingyu lost his mind there. Okay, he lived. He lived. This is water absorb, of course. Because obviously Mamoswine doesn't die to Shadow Ball. Gonna roost again. Ice beams him down and then try to win with Water Spout. Yeah, I think going Mamoswine there was better, and just your choice banded Earthquake. Wait, what? Oh, for the 50-50, I see. For the 50-50. Either Ice Shard kill here or yeah. Well, let's see what this Water Spout Jellicent is going to do. If Shadow Ball did that little, I doubt that the guy's gonna die. This Ice Shard damage is already... Still, I think going Mamoswine first was a more logical play in that sense. Because that was close. That was mostly a roll. Because we already knew Xingyu had a choice banded. We already knew he had a choice banded Mamoswine. So if I take the Calc there, like Jellicent's defense is not high, guys. So in that sense, if I'm going to Calc a Mamoswine here, choice band, that's a guaranteed Earthquake kill, and you 100% live Shadow Ball because he was really healthy. That was a Scarf Shadow Ball. It's gonna do less than 50. So then you Earthquake, and you sec your freaking Zapdos on the Starmie so you can Ice Shard him. Unless he was afraid of Starmie being recover. maybe he had that in mind, facing a recover Starmie. And then recovering on then recovering on the switch to Zapdos. Maybe that was a reason. But in my mind, because we knew he outspec the Rotom, and the Rotom was scarred. Oh, the Rotom was specs. But if he specs, he runs speed. Yeah, he was specs because he tricked on a Gallade in an earlier game. So that was specs Rotom. And then switching in that Rotom didn't make sense at all because that Rotom was going to win. There were no Volt switches on Fred's team. So I think that was the biggest misplay. But he still won in the end, but he didn't win efficiently. Like I said, Earthquaking the Jellicent, there's very little counterplay to there, and now we have to rely on Jellicent not getting the Shadow Ball roll there. Now obviously Shadow Ball could have crit as well. Like Mamoswine wouldn't die to the Shadow Ball crit from that HP. Then you kill Jellicent. And then, like I said, you sec Zapdos and finish off the Starmie with Ice Shard. Like he let it come down to RNG, and that's not the way I like it, man. If you are seriously trying to win. But yeah, that was a pretty long battle. I am going to pause it and we'll go for another one. Be right back. Okay, a new round just started, guys. Let's see what is played here. Red MIG versus VC Evo. Rank 4. So this guy's rank 4 into an ace trainer. Let's see what rank 4 is cooking today. I believe he's a stall player actually. Well, could be. But yeah, we see a Gliscor into a Glade. That Crobat, I mean that Credant is looking dangerous though. That Credant is looking dangerous because Credant could muscle through Among Us. Like the things that can take a choice by the Credant are obviously Gliscor, but because Redming is an ace trainer, he might play crazy. We do see a double into Credant on the Metagross. I think this is a good matchup for Metagross. Because if you want something in against this, then it's probably... Yeah. I don't think you should crap hammer that, man. You just... You have other things to damage this, but Credant would have broken that team. But I guess Gallade can do it too. So I guess he just weakened the Metagross for Gallade. It's gonna swap into Spherethorn, maybe on Bullet. It's actually swapping into Among Us. And I think you're just gonna set up your hazards there. Redmi has rapid. Why do you want to Thunder Wave Dab? Get up your hazards. So he rocks. It's like I said, Starmie can easily rapid spin. Does he have spikes on this too? Okay. So it's Thunder Wave Stealth Rock. So maybe he doesn't have spikes on this. Then Garchomp is not a Stealth Rocker. But yeah, there is still a Tyranitar, so maybe we're gonna see a double into Garchomp. Because Redmi has been doubling a lot, so he might just double into Garchomp here on the Tyranitar. Ancient Power, oh god, this guy really loves to play hacks with Togekiss, man. He was trying to get that boost out of him. Pursuits? Okay, but that might be Assault Vest. We see Metagross coming in, the Ferrothorn coming in again. But we saw Stealth Rock, we saw Thunder Wave. He's gonna double again. Now into the Starmie. And now he trapped his own Starmie by making all those doubles. Like if you were going to make a double, then you should have doubled on this Tyranitar coming into your Garchomp. Yeah, this is not looking good, man. Now we want to remove rocks. Oh, he's actually still alive, so he's probably gonna wrap. No, he dies to the burn and the sandstorm. Like you gotta choose your good doubles, man. You gotta choose your good doubles. But yeah, Gallade can still win on his own here. Seeing Among Us coming in. Is he just gonna Sacred Sword now? I freaking knew it. Like I kid you not. This guy he's coin flipping all his plays. He's coin flipping all his plays, making all sorts of doubles, etc. But because it's an offensive team, it's really forgiving. Because if Credant dies, he has a Gallade in the back. If Gallade dies, he has a Credant in the back. Otherwise, he has a Garchomp in the back. He can still sweep with Togekiss. It's really forgiving playing Harper offense. I don't think you should have. I think he should have played it slow with this Gallade, because if that Gliscor is actually faster than Gallade, then he might have some trouble. But with Tyranitar being gone, Togekiss is actually pretty decent. Really good, actually. And getting that damage on Metagross as well. Now we see Infernape coming in. So this is not choiced. So I'm not sure what he's running on this. Maybe it's an Assault Vest. Maybe it's a Lumberry. But he decides to set Credant here. Because Credant died anyway. On the Fire Blast. But yeah, Infernape looking quite strong as well. Unless the Garchomp is scarfed. We do see Garchomp coming in. We just saw Fire Blast, so he might carry that Hidden Power Ice. Maybe he's Choice Packs. We do see him going into Rotom. Probably checking if the Garchomp is scarfed. Did he drank? That's... Unless it's an... Oh, that's a crit. I was gonna say that looked Choice Banded. But that might be Scarf. So maybe if he has Pain Split on his Rotom, he might use it now. Because he didn't go... He actually went for the burn. I guess that makes sense. Keep the Rotom and go into Gliscor right now. Yeah, exactly. You want to keep an extra stack there, just in case. Because Gliscor's not taking any damage from this. And he's going to heal on this turn, and he's going to heal on the switch. But it really depends on what kind of Togekiss he's facing here. So we're going to see. Togekiss coming in. We see a double into the Rotom. And now Infernape probably comes in. We know the Togekiss is in Scarf. We saw Ancient Power. We saw the leftovers. So he's probably going to go Infernape, trying to force this out. He still lives, technically, his Stealth Rock turn, but Gliscor might be faster than the Togekiss. We're gonna see a swap out there into the Ferrothorn, most likely as a sack. Hidden Power, and does have Hidden Power Ice. So that makes me think that this Infernape might be... Well, Infernape was probably afraid of Scarf Chomp, that's why he switched out. But that might be Expert Belt Infernape. Because we don't see Life Orb damage taken here. Now Garchomp comes in again. And Gliscor is always free. Gliscor is always free, so he might double into Togekiss here. Wait. Why? Unless you're max speed on Gliscor, then Gliscor wins. If you're max speed, if you're not max speed, but if you're faster than Togekiss, then it makes sense. But I wonder if Gliscor even has anything that hits Togekiss. Because here's the thing, guys. I felt like Gliscor was always a free one. Because if that's Heal Bell Togekiss as well. Because if his only offensive move is Toxic, because he's running Toxic Earthquake, right? And I don't remember him using rocks on this. It's gonna depend if Togekiss is faster. If Togekiss is faster, then Togekiss could actually win here. Togekiss is faster. So he's gonna go for Toxic. Togekiss has one turn to reset the Toxic. But if it's Heal Bell, then yeah, I don't know about that. Toxic, Protect, Earthquake. Yeah, it's Heal Bell. This is what I meant with... It would have probably been much safer for him going Gliscor there on the Garchomp. And then spam Toxic. Like, spam Toxic till Garchomp gets low. Because here's the thing. If he spams Toxic, Togekiss cannot come in. Because Togekiss comes in on rocks and then takes the poison damage, right? Unless on that turn he was afraid of the other guy switching in. I'm speaking from... he's rank 4, right? So he must be thinking about his plays. But in that scenario, it makes much more sense going into the Gliscor right there, because on the other guy needed to get a free switch into Togekiss versus Gliscor. However, on that turn, Infernape was in. And Togekiss cannot come in on Infernape. And even if the Togekiss is able to come in, your Infernape is still alive. Your Infernape is still alive. But if you're... Because you know the speeds here, guys, of Togekiss. If you know your Gliscor is slower than Togekiss, then you know all the opponent has to do is sacrifice a Pokemon. And then get it in on get Togekiss on Gliscor and you lose. So from there, if you get Gliscor in on the Dragon Claw and spam Toxic till Gliscor gets low, for example. I mean till Garchomp gets low. From there you can decide, okay, how am I going to play this? But if the moment Infernape dies, you lose the game. So yeah, that's basically what I tried to say. But like I said, playing against low ranked players on offense, it's crazy because they be clicking and they make all sorts of doubles when they don't have to. And so reading those kind of players is quite tough. So that's why you gotta go for consistent plays. Obviously, he didn't play bad vs Evo, but yeah, right there, it's tough. It's tough. So what are we gonna do here? We're 31 minutes in, so I think I'm just going to end off this video. Pretty long one. Hope you guys enjoyed though, and make sure to subscribe to the channel. Leave a comment down below, like this video, and don't forget to hit that notification bell to know when my videos go live for you. And if you are interested in some PvP teams, guys, the ones that I use, then you can check out my Patreon. I have all the teams that I use right there. So great place to check out, and I hope to see you in the next video. Peace out.